Welcome to History with Humour, where we turn your dusty old history textbook into a satirical roller coaster. Today, we're diving into the enigma herself, Mother Teresa, the saint of the gutters, the global icon of charity, a woman whose name is synonymous with selflessness. Or is it? Born in 1910 as Anje Zigonche in Skopje, now North Macedonia. Her name roughly translates to flowerbud. Little Gonche was pious, prayerful, and likely the only teenager who thought joining a convent was more fun than partying. By 18, she joined the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland, then India. Why? Because nothing screams spiritual growth like spicy food and colonial hangovers. She started as a teacher, instructing upper-class kids while witnessing hardcore poverty outside the school walls. In 1946, she heard her call within a call, a divine voicemail from God himself saying, "Go serve the poorest of the poor." She ditched the fancy habit and slipped into what became her iconic look, a white sari with a blue border. Think superhero cape, but woven in humility. In 1950, she launched the Missionaries of Charity. Its mission, serve the sick, the dying, and those society had metaphorically and literally left in the gutter. Hospices, orphanages, clinics popped up like spiritual startups. Not high-tech, not luxurious, but definitely earnest. She believed in giving dignity in death. Sounds poetic until you find out there was minimal medication. Enter stage-right journalist Malcolm Muggeridge in the 60s. He made a documentary with a scene in low light, calling it a miracle thanks to divine lighting. It was just a new Kodak film, but the media lapped it up. Saintly figure with divine photo ops, PR gold. She went viral before TikTok existed. The Pope adored her. Celebs wept in her presence. Nobel Peace Prize in '79. She said no to the banquet and gave the funds to the poor instead. Good optics or true altruism or both? Here's where things get thorny. She joined the Loreto Sister. Volunteers and critics noticed basic hygiene was often ignored. Needles reused. No anesthesia. It felt like DIY hospice. Mother Teresa believed suffering brought people closer to Christ, which is beautiful in theory, but maybe not if you're the one dying in pain. Christopher Hitchens, eternal party pooper, called her the angel of suffering and claimed she was more into the theatrics of pain than actual healing. Yikes, millions poured into the Missionaries of Charity. But where did the money go? Her clinics remained under-equipped. Volunteers saw few improvements. No one ever got a receipt. And the book stayed sealed tighter than the Vatican archives. Hitchens and others questioned why no one saw the supposed funds in action. It was like donating to a mystery box labelled "Jesus will sort it." Now, here's where we flip the page into sketchy territory. She accepted donations from convicted fraudster Charles Keating, who scammed thousands. When a judge asked her to return the stolen funds, she ghosted. Holy silence, Batman. She praised baby Doc Duvalier, dictator of Haiti, known for embezzlement and terror squads. What did she say? That his regime loved the poor. Yes, like a fox loves chickens. Also rumoured to have rubbed elbows with Robert Maxwell, another charming man who fell off a yacht and into financial scandal history. Was she naive, apolitical, or did she just not care as long as the cash kept flowing? Some donors allegedly had links to organised crime. We're talking Indian mafia, laundering outfits, and political goons with bloodier hands than a butcher's apron. With little to no financial transparency, critics speculated that shady money could have passed through her empire undetected, or perhaps quietly tolerated. Not saying she had Sunday brunch with mobsters, but some donors probably didn't tithe because of their deep love for lepers. Supporters argue she didn't vet her donors because she believed all money could serve the poor. Opponents argue if Satan cut a check, she'd probably bless it. Another controversy: deathbed conversions. Allegations surfaced that her nuns baptized dying patients without their consent. She claimed they only gave spiritual comfort. Critics said it was sneaky soul harvesting. In a multicultural country like India, this raised serious eyebrows. You can't just baptize someone mid-heart attack and call it divine strategy. After her death, private letters revealed she felt spiritually empty for decades. 50 years of feeling disconnected from God. Imagine devoting your life to faith, but feeling ghosted by heaven. Some called her a fraud. Others saw raw human resilience. She didn't fake joy. She dragged herself through spiritual drought with brutal honesty. Died in 1997, fast-tracked to sainthood, 2 alleged miracles. Tumour vanishes here, brain heals there. Medical professionals raised doubts. Vatican said, "Nah, we good." In 2016, she became Saint Teresa of Calcutta, a woman both criticised and canonised, a paradox in a sari, revered, reviled, and relentlessly talked about. Was she a flawed saint? A pious PR genius? A fundraiser with a rosary? She brought global attention to poverty, no doubt. But did she uplift lives or glorify suffering? She rubbed elbows with villains, yet inspired millions. She rejected luxury, yet welcomed shady donations. She healed hearts, but not necessarily bodies. Saint or scammer? The truth, like her wardrobe, is not black or white. It's layered, wrinkled, and sometimes hard to iron out. Thanks for sticking around, brave viewer. You've just survived a crash course in holy contradictions. If you laughed, learned, or felt slightly betrayed by humanity, hit that like button. And remember, here at History with Humour, we don't just tell stories, we interrogate legends with sarcasm and a wink. Subscribe for more unholy truths, sacred jokes, and dusty history served fresh. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay kind, and maybe don't trust anyone who's too eager to hug dictators.